What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tinx Live, exclusively on Radio Andy Channel 102. Welcome to our first Monday live show. Woo! I'm so excited. It actually worked. My manifesting out loud actually worked. And you guys all helped me get here. So thank you for all the support. You know how much I love live radio. And the fact that I get to do 2 live shows a week is everything to me. So just to reset, this is the schedule. Monday, live at 11. We're going to talk about the weekend. We're going to talk about Summer of Outside. We're going to talk about pop culture. We're going to talk about the debates that we're having on my Instagram and so much more. You can call in about everything and anything. Wednesday stays as is. It's our AMA. Nobody touches our AMA hour. It's ours for life. And Friday is a solo episode of just me yapping. So it's just a podcast. This radio show will be available as a podcast directly after. So that is our schedule. I'm so excited. I just love live radio, most of all because I don't have to prepare. And one thing about me is I hate preparing. With the guests, you have to research. You have to be in a good mood. And with radio, I can kind of do whatever I want, which is really good. You know where I learned that? Being an English major. They say being an English major has no use case. That's not true because you learn how to bullshit and think on your feet, and it's actually very, very important. So without further ado, welcome to the Monday show. Also, even though we aren't doing straight AMA on Mondays, I want you to call in. So it's 844-305-2639. That's 844-305-ANDY. So you can still call if I say something that piques your interest. I'm here.
You did really have a peek behind the curtain your last office hours taping. And like there'll be guests on the show throughout, so they're not going away. But you really had like last day of senior year of high school vibes getting out of here.
No, when I did the last office hours, I was
you really did.
Like, no, I think I can say now, like, I think we can all hold hands and say, like, I didn't like office hours as much as I thought I was going to. Like, it was just a lot more work. But let me big up all my fellow podcasters out there who do a guest every week. Like, it's a lot of work to prep. And I think for me, I just doing so many other things. I had the radio show, I had the podcast, then I had the guest, then I was doing the book, then I was doing the brand deals. And it wasn't my favorite. It's also hard to book people. People cancel their schedules. Yeah. It's like it's crazy.
Also, you're limited when you record a podcast. I think the one thing, like the most important thing we offer at this place is sitting here and doing live radio.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a lot more fun. I always use her as an example because I love her because she's the best. Is Sierra? Like if Sierra was gonna come on the pod,
totally
more fun for her to sit and do an hour of live radio.
100%. And I think it's more fun to have. Yes, exactly. That's the point. Is it's live, so you have to be on your toes. But yeah. Okay. So the Knicks game was on Friday night.
I'm so jealous.
It was so crazy. And I do feel a little bit bad because I'm a bandwagoner fan and I got to go with David Yurman, which was so nice. We went to a fancy suite. I win Best Friend of the Year award because Lucas is a lifelong Knicks fan. He was actually born in Brooklyn. People don't know that. And he's followed the Knicks forever and he's like obsessed with it with his dad. And so I took him. And then it turned out that a lot of our friends were there as well. And the suite was so nice. I got to borrow David Yurman diamonds, lots of other influencers and reality stars in the suite.
Oh, I saw TikTok. I saw a lot of them that were there. I'm assuming you guys were in the same suite.
I was like, get away from me. I've been in too much drama. Like, I don't want to be around you guys anymore. But it was good. I mean, there was hot dogs, so how could it be bad? We just had the best time. It was absolutely electric. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think last minute fans are an important part of the fan ecosystem because here's the thing. I come in at the last minute in the 9th quarter or whatever. Isn't that the phrase?
4th quarter.
In the 4th quarter. And I'm there to...
A quarter would suggest there's 4 of them.
I come in with all the energy of in the world. Like, and you know, I was so honored to be there. It was so fun. And then when they won, it was electric. It was crazy.
The regular fans were there all year long, but it's like the bandwagoners in the playoffs, you push it. Like there's a ground swell. You push us to a new level and it brings it to the a national attention, which I'm all for.
All the celebs come. I was going to say, okay, well, two things.
Did you see Timmy?
Well, I didn't see him in person, but I saw when they put the camera on him, it was more loud cheering than when they won. I'm not kidding. It was batshit. He was wearing custom chrome hearts. Did you see that? He had a custom.
Yes.
I've really turned a corner on Timmy. I have to say, I think he is such a good celebrity. I think he's
the
like
best.
such a good movie star. I love him and Kylie.
I was grinning ear to ear, just like stupid, sitting at home watching their content.
No, I love
couldn't get
them.
enough
Did you
of
see him
it.
in the limo after?
Yeah.
Yes, and he screams his head out.
He is the best.
He's the best. I think he's just like, and he's respected in every area. Like music people think he's cool. Sports people think
Yeah.
he's cool. He's an amazing actor. Like he's dating Kylie Jenner. Like he is like the modern Renaissance man.
Somebody put it on like I wanna put it on like a quote card, and it's just like a big picture of Timmy sitting courtside. Just stamp it, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's a bro
He's a
He's
bro.
such a
that no one saw coming.
And also, he's like so down to earth. Like, name another celebrity that would allow themselves to be almost hoisted out of a limo post, and he was cool with it. He was like very chill. He was
doesn't-
into
He
it.
doesn't care at all.
I felt okay. So on the subject of feeling bad about going, my ex-boyfriend replied to my story, and he's lifelong Knicks, and he was like, "I can't believe you got to go," and then he posted on his story.
Did he think he was gonna get to go?
I don't know, but he was like, no, I think he was like that it was
He's just-
unfair.
Yeah, he's just like, this
He
isn't fair.
posted on IG like he had asked ChatGPT, how can I control my anger that like last minute fans got to go and I didn't, and then posted the thing from ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, first of all, take a breath. Like, second of all, like it's all part of being a sports game. It's like blah blah blah. And I was like, was this directed at me? But anyway,
Oh,
it felt
that's
kind of bad.
hilarious.
But it was good. It was genuinely such a good experience, and obviously afterwards. There was like 1 million people outside of Madison Square Garden.
I would have thought it was the finals. Like it
I
wasn't
know.
even the final.
I know.
It's what there's still like now they go into the
Now
finals.
they go into the
or there's
Eastern-
another round
they've-
and then the finals.
Yeah,
I
right.
don't
They
know.
go to Eastern Conference.
Yeah, the conference finals is next.
Yeah, so they play on Wednesday.
So many games.
But it was the first time in 25 years that they've gotten this far. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
oh,
Since 2000.
Since 2000.
Congrats to them.
So that's like genuinely a crazy
no,
feat.
that's great.
And it was the spirit was incredible. I did get elbowed accidentally by an overzealous fan, and then it was really hard to leave, but it was so fun. And then what else did I do? I went on a date on Saturday. We were talking about this before we went live, and Steve was like, I can't believe you went on a Saturday date. And he also admitted that when he was back on the apps before he met his wife, he thought it was lame if a girl was free on a Saturday night.
Yeah, I met my wife on Tinder,
Yeah.
and
What day of the week was your first date?
Tuesday,
Wow.
and I was so turned on.
Yeah, you were like, cool.
I was like, I was like, what's your week like? She's like, I'm only free Tuesday, and I was like, I need you in my life.
Oh.
Yeah,
Tuesday's
I
the
love it.
day.
Wow. Well, maybe that guy thinks I'm a big loser because I was like, I'm free on Saturday.
No.
I'm wide open.
But you don't count. It's like one long week. Like your work is sometimes play, your play is sometimes work.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different than a schlubs.
But I was saying also that I think for me, Friday is my least favorite day of the week to go out on. I love a Tuesday ripper.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love a Sunday ripper.
I agree.
I don't like a Friday. Friday, the energy is off. It's like everybody's really tired from the work week, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like too hungry for it.
Right. You overdrink.
You
and then you
overdrink.
feel like shit on Saturday, and then you're like, oh, half my Saturday's already wasted because I like couldn't get out of bed until noon.
And Friday's
Exactly.
a rush.
It's
Right.
always a rush.
It's always a rush. Well, like, so I get it. A Saturday, like, it makes sense. But for me, it was just like working a 9 to 5 and having to come into stupid work. I was like, I don't want to give up any precious time for stale convo
yeah.
on a first date. And like, I'm sure that I went on tons of dates. I'm sure they're like,
Yeah.
this guy sucks. But for
Yeah.
me, I just a weekday date, Monday through, and even Thursdays, I felt encroaching into my fun territory.
That's so true.
But you
So-
were, how old were you?
I
when you
was
met your wife?
single so I had a relationship for about 9-10 years with someone that I met when I was like 19, so like
Wow.
28ish, and then I met my wife when I was 31, so it was like 3 or
Okay.
32, so it was
Okay.
like 3 or 4 years of single, refusing to go on a date on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Third
Fair.
dates, I would wait till a third date,
Okay.
and then we would go on like a weekend date.
Yeah. I went on a date on Thursday as well, and it was good, except for I knew he didn't know like about too much about my job. And I was in a bit of a bad mood. Shocking. Surprise, surprise. Shocking to no one. I was in a bad mood on Thursday, and I walked up to this wine bar, and I could see this table of girls, and I was just like, it's like I love meeting you guys and everything, but it was just I felt in that moment so awkward because
Yeah.
they all turned their head and he watched them, and I just felt like I just wasn't in the mood to like explain why they were looking and
Staring
coming out,
at
and
you.
because it's like, what the fuck do you say? I'm an influencer. You sound like a fucking idiot. And it was all outside, and it was like all these outside tables.
Like a corner table, and everyone just
oh
can
my
see
God.
you
And
walking
everyone
by.
was like, well, and it was all my demo, you know,
yeah.
cutie young girls in the city. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, guys, oh my God, please don't come up. Please don't come up. And he was like, oh, I think you got some fans over there. What's that? And I was like, oh, I was like, fuck.
And they probably were so happy. They're like, we saw Tinx on
Yeah,
the TV.
yeah. And it was also just, I don't know. I felt very exposed. Like, I
Yeah,
guess
and
that's
fair.
that's how to say
Well,
it.
maybe that's a good thing for guys to know moving forward, that they should pick a spot that's less
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, he really took charge. I will say all of the details were so well organized. He was like, "Hey, like, are you free on Thursday, 8:15 here?" He came to my neighborhood. He lives super far away from me.
Amazing.
He came to me. So it was good. It was good. I'm back. I'm guys, post book, I'm dating again, and I'm becoming a full lady of leisure again. And I know you might be thinking, Tinx, you're a fucking influencer. Your life is a leisurely thing. This is true. It is. But now I'm going to really flex into being like full-time influencer. Like, you might see me on a Tarte trip, okay? I might go on a Tarte trip. No more books for me for a while. I'm going on trips. I'm going to do makeup tutorials. I'm gonna do that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying that in a condescending way. I'm saying it in a really excited way. I'm doing it.
Lady of leisure means partying too.
100%.
It's not like you're picking your feet up and just
Yeah.
snoozing.
Speaking of days of the week, Sunday fun day. I try to not do it, but like in the warm weather in New York, I Sunday fun day all the time. And yesterday I went to go see Pig. I hadn't seen Pig in like 2 weeks, which is a really long time for us. He'd been in Florida with his family. I'd been on book tour. And then our friend Emmett. And I don't know if I've told you guys this, but like Emmett and I went on some dates in the fall of last year, and then wasn't a match. And then we somehow transitioned to be friends. And now he's like one of my BFFs.
That's so great.
And the internet's already calling me a pick me girl this week. So lay it on me. Put it on my
That's
tab.
so rare though. That's so hard to come by.
No, I'm friends with a lot of the guys that I always do it. And the weird thing is, and I've told him this, it's like I fancy him more now in our friendship than I did when we were dating, because I find the beginning of dating so fucking weird and awkward. But Emmett is the best. He has like the best pizza restaurant in the city. Emmett's on Grove, or Emmett's the original one. But so we went for brunch, and it was so fire. We were sitting outside, eating and drinking, having the best time. Me and Pig and him have such a funny friendship. It was fabulous. And then Lucas, my other guy best friend, wow, pick me nation over here, showed up, and
Tinx and the boys.
it's me and the boys. And then I was like, "You want to get beers, Lucas?"
You're a guy.
And talk
You're a
about
guy.
the
You're just a
game.
guy's girl.
You know, I go to sports games, like I hang out with dudes, like yeah.
I feel like, wait, it's so funny too now that I'm thinking back to your Knicks content and thinking back to like your Rams content. It's like the first 27 pictures of your slide is a hot dog. Like there's no court. I was like, is she even facing the game at this very moment?
I will say the good thing about being in an influencer suite for a game is like the photo skills are unbelievable, because you have the best in their game. Like, these women are leaders in their field of photography.
Yeah.
And I had
Yeah.
my pick of, fantastic people, so that we got the shot.
yeah.
It was good. It was good.
It's like the smoking when they kick smoking out of bars and they roped you all the smokers. Like they want to know where you were in one place. All the influencers, one room. The Knicks wanted to know where every influencer was.
And we were in suite 308. Yeah, it was fabulous. Like, we were all there having a meeting about influencer things.
Wearing David Yurman.
Wearing David Yurman. But no, it was good. And then we watched The Studio and ordered Chinese food. It's a really good episode. So funny. TV is so good right now. I haven't watched Atlanta yet, but I have to.
Such a
And
good episode
it's-
last night, by the way.
I'm so excited.
I won't spoil it for you. Go enjoy it. We'll talk Wednesday.
Oh my God, I'm honestly so excited. So yeah, I went on 2 dates last week. I think I'm gonna go on some more this week. I don't know what I'm doing for Memorial Day yet. I think I might just stay in New York, which is kind of nice.
Lady of leisure.
Just be a lady of leisure. Yeah, because I was gonna go to Miami, but we're going to DJ there in a couple weeks now. So I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. So I might just be a lady of leisure and see.
Memorial Day weekend in the city, there is nothing better. I miss that part of my life. My wife and I were just talking about it pre these soul-sucking children that live with us now. When this place empties out for Memorial Day weekend,
Yeah.
there is nothing better than walking an empty street into any bar and restaurant you want,
Yes.
getting the
Getting
table
in.
you want, and just sitting down and drinking all day because there's nobody coming in to kick you out.
I know, and we can maybe go to some restaurants that you usually can't get into.
It's beautiful. And there's going to be 1,000 sailors here for Fleet Week.
Oh my God. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
One
Sailors.
of my favorite Sex and the City episodes is that one when they come. It's a good one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Remember Charlotte like shows her boob or no, Miranda's. One of them shows their boob. It's really funny. But yeah, so I think I might stay. I don't know. I will see. Okay, we are going to take a very quick break, but we're going to take some calls right after this. So if you're online, stay online. I'll be right back.